previous sessions of the drummers on the boardwalk. I'm very familiar with them. I love the drummers on the boardwalk. I've seen them over the past, as long as they've been there, on the boardwalk, before the boardwalk was packed. So I like the drummers. The drummers are here. The drummers are here to stay. Now, what happened yesterday, we'll figure that out. I've heard several different sides of what happened. You know, as I told you all from the very beginning, my main profession is an administrator. I'm an educator. I started working with 8th grade students and all the way up. So I take the time to listen and figure it out. And so we'll figure out what happened yesterday. But we'll also, let me just say this, that we need to make sure that a permit is issued or space set aside for the drummers. Drummers will be on the boardwalk. And, but we cannot, and I agree, and let me just say this, I agree that the boardwalk is a public space. You are the public, the drummers are the public, I am the public, they are the public, they are the public. We have to have some kind of accommodation for each other. I want the drummers, but I also want to have a free flow on the boardwalk as well. I've seen myself times when we got carried away, my parents got carried away with the dancing and danced all over the boardwalk and blocked the boardwalk. So while I certainly want them to be happy, and trust me, I want my parents to be happy when they visit me, I want to see that happen, but at the same time, it is a public space for everyone. And we need to just figure out how we can make it work.
Off of the boardwalk. People that are displaying their artwork, handmade jewelry, and after speaking this legal advice and looking on, this is from a government website, word for word. Art is constitutionally protected speech. Art is speech. Art and artistic expression is considered speech and is thus constitutionally protected by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, and is included but not limited to the sale of such artwork. These artists absolutely have the right to paint on the boardwalk if someone's interested in acquiring one of these pieces to purchase that piece. And this is directly from the government's website saying that federal laws state that this is under the Constitution. They are protected. There are several cases cited on this same site. Just one for example, let's say, and for public forums, there was a man who was brought before the courts because he was continually getting fines for vending his artwork on sidewalks and boardwalks. The state ruled that the general vendors law was completely unconstitutional. The law which required the vendors to license for to display their goods on public property had been enforced on those who were told to display visual artwork, but not in recognition of their free speech rights. And the case was in favor of, obviously, the artist who was on the boardwalk, displaying his wares. This is clear cut after speaking to all of these lawyers, absolutely protected in the Constitution. There's absolutely no reason why these artists should be being thrown off the boardwalk and threatened with fines, being arrested, by doing that something that's protected in the Constitution for them to do.
Yeah, so I was the person that, about a week ago actually, I was told by one of the officers that I needed a permit for the drum circle. Now, it's been fine for the last 13 years. A week ago, they told me that I needed a permit. So I got a permit. Yesterday, I showed the officer the permit. He said, fine. It then got kind of big. That's what happens with drum circles. People like the music. People like the groove. They come. They enjoy. There's hula hoopers. There's dancers. There's people that are having a good time. The officer then came to me and said, you're going to have to tell those people to stop hula hooping there. I said, I can't do that. I can't tell somebody to stop doing something. I mean, I'm running the drum circle, gentlemen, and man, but I'm co-running it, but I can't tell people where to stand. So then, it's still, I guess they didn't move. The officers actually moved, they didn't move. I don't know what happened there, but then all of a sudden, around 8:30, they came in and they shut it all down. One officer was called in, and I was told that the permit is only good for one person. Now, when I got the permit, I got it that actually yesterday morning, and I asked the woman where I got it from, she's in this building, if I would have up to 40 drummers. Is that okay? She said to me, that's fine as long as you're there. So I said, fine, I'll make sure that I'm there, or somebody's going to be there with a permit. So they came in and they basically said that no, that's not what the regulation says. Everybody in the drum circle needs a permit. You have to be 50 feet apart. That's not a drum circle. That's a performance. That's what I was told last night by the officer, that we have to be 50 feet apart, even if we all get permits. So that's not a drum circle. We're doing this, we're not asking for donations. We're doing this as a community thing. We're bringing people in off the streets. We're getting people of different ages, sexes, age groups, nationalities to come in and feel the unity of those drums. That's what I feel. That's the reason I do it. And I don't want that to stop. It's not a performance. We shouldn't be charged for a performance license or permit when we're not performing. We're actually doing community service. And that's what I want to say. Thank you.